Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, April 1st. I always hated April Fool's Day. I thought it was dumb. It's right up there with Halloween for like a few of my least favorite holidays. So I'm skipping over it. There's no fool. There's no joke. There's no nothing. And we are just delighted that you are joining us. This is the program that tries to help you make better financial decisions. And we encourage you to ask us whatever is going on for you, and we'll try to lay out what your options are. All you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you would like to join us on the air live, or if you want to do that, just check the box. While you are on the website, check out all the content that lives there. There's the blog. There are other shows. There's a radio show. There's a podcast. There's videos, resources, and of course, the free weekly newsletter comes out every single Friday. If you are a little bit nervous about, making a big commitment and coming on the air live, we do email shows. That's fine. But when you hear those shows, I just have to say, so often we're asking for follow-up information. So if you are shy and you're sending us a note, don't forget to add in a lot of information just so we know what's going on. Okay, today we are joined by listener Leanne, who's on the line from Rochester, New York, that is. Hello, Leanne. How are you? What can we do for you?
Hi, Joe and Mark. Thank you for having me on the show. Well, I'm just curious on how to keep my finance all together, and whether or not I am on track for a very same style of living when I reach retirement, hopefully 35 to 40 years later. I'm currently, I turned 40. I work in the tech sector. Mm-hmm. And because of the turbulences, so I was recently laid off.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry.
No worries. I actually have something lined up to start in next week, next Monday. 8th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about the new job.
Oh, it's in AI, but it's a startup. As you know, there's quite some uncertainty in startups. So there is some chance that I will be going through the same thing again a year, maybe 2 years later. But of course, I personally believe that hard working is going to take me far. So if everything goes well, so the startup will go well, and it will be a long relationship.
All right. Well, I'm hopeful for you. So how much are you earning in the new job?
I am earning 118.
118. Okay. Do they have a retirement plan available?
No, I don't think so.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me go into a few details. Are you single, married? What's going on for you personally?
I am married. I have 2 wonderful daughters. One is 7, one is 4. I'm the single income for the house.
Okay. How old's your wife?
My wife and I are the same age.
So you're both 40?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, how much money do you have just in an emergency reserve, like bank account, CDs, liquid, accessible cash?
Overall liquid accessible cash is around 69K, but I actually moved to Rochester 2 years ago, and we found a nice place. We built our own house. So they are out of the 69K, having some for remaining of the furniture, and the remaining is my emergency.
How much do you think you're going to need to spend of the 69?
I'm hoping 20. Sofas and couches are starting to become quite pricey.
Ask Mark about that. He was waiting for a while. Okay, so let's just pretend 50 is the emergency reserve. So how much is the house worth?
720K.
And you have a mortgage outstanding?
Yes, we just started paying July last year, and it actually comes down to 1.5K. That sounds low because when I left previous company, there was some stock that I was able to cash out. So I was like, okay, I'm moving into a new place. I'm going to take this stock, that the company stock, that the RSU, the options, I'm all going to put toward my down payment. That's what I did.
So the outstanding mortgage is not that much because you put a bunch of money down.
Right. I purposely made it so that it's similar to the rent that I was paying, so that my life before I move and my life after I move, it's similar.
You said you now have $1,500 a month is what 1,500 a month is what you pay in terms of your principal and your interest. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. What about your savings beyond the emergency reserve? How much money did you have in a retirement account?
The previous company and previous company, they both have the after-tax option. So I was able to put in quite some bit. So it comes down to approximately 410K, and all my 401ks was in Roth.
I just want to make sure I get this. Your actual living day to day is fine, right? In other words, you're $118,000, you're paying your bills, you're raising your kids. You don't feel like you're not going into debt. There's nothing bad that's happening, right?
We pretty much break even.
But you break even with no retirement contribution at this point, right?
That is with retirement contribution. Of course, this coming year it will change.
Right. What are we going to do for your retirement, though? I mean, are you going to open a Roth IRA? Do you have a Roth IRA as a standalone account?
I have a Roth IRA.
How much is in there?
Almost 50K.
Okay, so the 410,000 in old retirement accounts, which is all Roth, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have a Roth IRA on top of that of $50,000, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then is there a brokerage account as well?
I do have a brokerage account. That's 88K.
That's great.
And it's 95% 500 index, and the remaining is in bonds.
Oh, I see the great caution you've taken in your 5% bonds. Is that it for the accounts? Do you have a Roth IRA and your wife has a Roth IRA?
No. She went with the traditional IRA.
So your wife has a traditional IRA?
Yes.
How much is in there?
Almost 38K.
So first things first. Is that it for all the assets? Just want to make sure.
I do have 529 for kids.
Tell us about those.
Combined together, it's 45K, almost half and half between the two kids.
Even though you took a pay cut, it seems to me like you've done this very responsibly and you figured out a way to make sure that even if you are earning less money, that you're able to support yourself. So that's very good. So I think there's a couple of things that I would do just to clean up. And I do think you're in a good shape. You're on track to kind of move through here, live your life, get your kids educated. But I think there's some things to clean up. First of all, your wife's IRA, okay? I think you should convert that into a Roth. And I think you should do that this year. Your income for this year is such, I don't know, did you earn money at a higher rate before? Wait, the layoff happened, but how much were you getting paid before that layoff? What was the previous salary?
Previous salary is 162.
So, and then you got laid off. Are you getting severance also?
I am getting severance.
How much? Till when, I mean?
2 months.
Okay. So if we took a quarter of your 162, it's about the right amount. And now you're going to have 118. So you're going to go down, but you're still going to have, I think, a good amount of income, and you will be able to convert some of your money in order to, make this all cleaned up. Now you could wait until next year to convert just so you don't take the hit this year. That's fine. But what you should do for this year is you will make a contribution into your Roth because you make less as a married filing jointly. You'll make less than $230,000 this year total.
Yes.
Okay. So you can make a contribution into a Roth IRA for yourself, open up a Roth IRA for your wife also. Okay. So you'll each put $7,000 into a Roth. Next year, when we know that your income is, at a lower level, either do it all at once, but I think that your wife's IRA, that $38,000, you should convert that. You should just convert that. I would like to clean up these accounts. What I'd like you to end up with next year in 2025, what we hope you have is a Roth IRA in your name, a Roth IRA in your wife's name. You contribute to those as long as you don't have a retirement plan through work. Use those to make your retirement contributions. Just do it. It's very easy. And then as you go ahead and sort of look ahead, the other question is, what's happening with that brokerage account? How much money you're going to put in there? I mean, I guess you just really need to see how your cash flow looks. When the dust settles and you see what it feels like to live on $118,000, then even if for this year even if you took money out of your brokerage account, cash something out to make a contribution into your retirement account, I would do that. But I definitely would convert your wife's IRA into a Roth and have her contribute to a Roth. And then you're at 40 years old, putting money away for your kids, the money you've saved already. I think you're in great shape. The biggest issue for you guys is that since you don't have a retirement plan available to you, the bulk of your savings beyond the IRA contributions, your Roth IRA contributions, will be in that brokerage account. And you'll see how it goes. You guys don't seem to spend a lot of money, and you are saving in a great and aggressive way. You're taking care of your kids. I don't see there being a downside here. Do you have private life insurance?
In previous company, I go through them, but then I will be looking into it this week.
Good. Okay, so just go get yourself some insurance. You're probably going to need $1 million of term life insurance. Your kids are young, so 15, 20 year, probably 20-year term, maybe 15-year. You can see, and also if your wife is sort of the primary caretaker of these kids, get her $500,000. And let's get that going. And do you guys have estate documents? Do you have, a will, a power of attorney, a healthcare proxy?
Since I left the previous company and I signed up for the legal service.
Oh, good.
Benefits.
Yes. Good. All right. Well, I think you're in good shape. And I very much think that I would not get yourself too crazy about hitting a milestone. You're making a huge transition, okay? A huge transition. And so I think for you guys, you absolutely should be thinking about consolidating these accounts, converting to Roth, using Roth, consolidating, and do what you keep doing. I think that little by little, these accounts are going to grow. And you are going to be in a very strong position. I really do. Again, I don't really think that you should worry like I took a pay cut, I did this, because even though all those things happened, you had the money, you cashed out the stock, you bought a house that you can afford, you got a ton of equity in your home. It's a low level of expenses. I mean, I think that you're in great shape. All right. If you are in a transition, maybe you lost a job, maybe you got laid off, maybe you're starting a new job, maybe something big has happened, maybe you're moving cross country, whatever you're doing, we would love to hear from you. Just go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you'd be willing to come on the air live. While you're on the website, check out our YouTube show. It's called Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. You can subscribe to this program wherever you get your favorite podcasts or on the Odyssey app. And we always encourage you to please lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.